homies chatting. The podcast THC, two homies chatting. Kenny, let me ask you something. Just two homies chat. The body of work that LeBron James has put out as an actor, it is subpar stuff. All right? Not every pro athlete is meant to be an actor or a rapper. All right? Antonio Brown, okay? Play this shit or whatever this little thing you're doing. That's not even like real music at this rate. But like, you know, then you got like Tom Brady puts out some good content. It's pretty good. It's not great acting. It's cheesy acting. You know, you're like, oh, he's playing his part.
Kind of like your boy Eli Manning.
That was good stuff. Jimmer Fredette has one too, where he like did a walk-on BYU basketball.
I've seen the Jimmer.
You know, like maybe Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's acting, a little cheesy. Not
Jim Brown. Jim Brown, amazing.
That's a solid acting. Yeah,
several roles of killing it for Jim Brown. GOAT.
I just think like not all athletes need to be acting. You know, like I mean,
I agree.
Yeah, I could just little.
Some of them acting anyways.
Yeah, all the time. They all playing the game, bro. They got their brand, right? And now you have like the ability to make massive amounts of money through clicks and likes and views, all this stuff.
We doing the same thing.
Yeah,
here
like we're
two
making
homies chatting. Thanks for
massive amounts of money.
Big sponsors.
Thanks to Ken. Shout out to Ken sponsoring the Zoom. Yeah,
it's true.
Want to make sure shout out to the listeners. Welcome to this fresh episode. We almost chatted.
The freshest.
So eloquently.
Oh no! I kicked that in. I kicked that door down. I kicked that door down and brought us in on that one. That was. I mean, we're in. It's recording on all levels.
It was like
we're live.
Aggressively smashed the guitar into the intro. Like
I did. I aggressively did it the way it should be done. Shout out to Spider Mitchell. Shout out to Spider Mitchell. We're going to have to tumbleweed into a lot of things here once this comes up. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah, we'll do it. I mean, hey, everybody's here for the ride. It's Friday night. I got a little vodka booch right here.
Ooh.
Just vibing. I'm ready for the 4 beers because like the Harvard Wicked Smart study says, doesn't matter what you drink, it's how you drink.
But all it's right. liquor before beer, never fear. Khakis is here.
Khakis.
That's what it is, right?
I love khakis.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
I also put a carabiner on my khakis so I don't lose them when I have them on my khakis.
You ready for beer one now?
Sure. Yeah, like I'm not afraid of no ghosts.
I'll go first.
Solid.
Park City Brewing brings Ken's first beer today, and boy, am I looking forward to being refreshed by the Powder Buoy. Yeah, boy.
Ooh, what else?
It's just a nice, chilling September Pilsner. That's what I'm looking for.
I love a nice Pilsner. Ooh! Heyo. You know, Ken, it's great. That just looks good. Just watch me drink it.
I'm gonna tell you what. PC Brew Co. Shout out.
So I'm gonna follow your lead, right? As you go into a nice September beer, I'm gonna finish with a late summer beverage. This fresh Deschutes out of Bend, Oregon. The Deschutes limited release Twilight, right? Getting that little red rock life with the river and the trees in there. But this is their nice summer ale. Just bask in the last light of this crisp and easy drinking summer ale. Where are you enjoying this final release of Twilight? Show us with #Twilight Moments.
Crisp Twilight Moments. You elegant as man. You pouring that in a glass. It's a nice pour by you too, by the way. I like that. It's great work.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much.
Speaking of great work, really quick though. Speaking of great work, delicious beverage by Deschutes. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Great work by the Browns last night. Right? Way to be. Way to
Solid win. Solid
way
win.
to look like an organ. I tell you what, you look like an organization that poorly invested $250 million into somebody when you could have spread that wealth throughout and really solidified, because Jacoby Brissett ain't out there making mistakes.
He's looking good. He's out there playing good football, being smart, sneaking the ball 4 or 5 times. The school of Tom Brady showing out. No, it's good to see a good solid win with solid performances everywhere. Was pumped on the outcome. Fun game. The fans showed out in Cleveland. I always enjoy seeing a primetime game and seeing everybody get rowdy in the dog pound. And I'm pumped on the new thing they do. What's it called in Seattle? What do they do? The 12th man rings a bell, or
like raise the 12th man flag.
Raise the flag, right? And then
a sustainable practice that has
there's something somewhere else that in Tampa Bay they shoot the cannon, right? Somebody, an honorary captain of some sorts, gets the game going with some. Well, I'm fired up because my Cleveland Browns finally have something that we can latch onto. And they have a dog pound honorary captain. The dog pound section K9 is a legendary group of fans. That's the Cleveland cool. Browns stadium.
That is neat.
Yeah,
that is neat.
So before the players run out to get everything going, they choose an honorary captain, and they smash a guitar on a giant amplifier that shoots smoke up into the air, and it's awesome. Joe Thomas was our week 2 home. It's a home game thing.
Right. You got week right. That's right.
He did a good job. They make him wear goggles. Did you notice they make him wear safety goggles? Well, look. Before you go critiquing the smash, let's finish explaining the thing and who did it. Like before you go trashing them, like give us a second here.
I'm critiquing.
You're gonna jump right into trashing. Joe Thomas, week 1, and as a Utah Jazz fan, pumped for the week 2 honorary dog pound captain of Donovan Mitchell. Spida out there in a 45. Hate to see him leave Utah. Pumped to see him in orange and brown. And he smashed the guitar. And to your point, both of them a little weak on the smash.
That's all I'm saying. A little.
And to your offline point of the wastefulness of this, I assure you, these are not top of the line guitars. They're not pulling them from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and bringing them over. It's not Jimmy Page's Les Paul or anything like that. Like it's cool. It's just a cheap. Did you see the guitar Donovan Mitchell smashed was a Pittsburgh Steelers themed guitar? That shit's trash anyways. So might as well smash it for the fans.
It's a vandalized guitar. All right. It's very extremely.
What I'm saying is
somebody vandalized.
It's not a real guitar amp. It's not plugged in. It's theatrics. That's not a real guitar even, probably. It might have been made by the same basic specifications of a guitar, but, let's – for the smashing. Now, we had a little back and forth earlier. I would like to see a little bit more theatrics. I want to see someone strike the Wild Stallions pose. I want to see someone maybe strum it before they smash it. Like, get on their knees, right? Because it's a Hendrix thing, right? Who smashed the guitar famously? I believe it was a Hendrix thing after he played it with his mouth.
Yeah.
And so I want to see somebody get on their knees and then play it with their mouth and then get up and smash it. Like, do the thing.
I'll throw this out there. I think you're right.
It can be it's early though. Only the second time we've done it.
So you're gonna have to get like some Cleveland people.
Yeah.
So
we need some locals.
If you want a little theatrics, here's a couple recommendations for your Browns. Okay. And I don't like this individual that I'm gonna say, but he's a Cleveland guy. You might want to look at a little Machine Gun Kelly, who knows how to probably slam a guitar.
Sure. Slams a lot of things.
I do hope to see a little Drew Carey out there.
I would like that. That's a good call.
Cleveland legend.
And known Browns fan.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta get a little theatrics. Just a little disappointed. With Spider, I can kind of like, not too many basketball players, but I mean, when you're an offensive lineman in the NFL, and you approach, I mean, it took him 3 swings.
Yeah, right.
3.
Well, have you ever smashed a guitar?
No, but I'm also not 6'6", 290.
Understandable, right? So, but if you are that big, and you're a bigger dude, you're bigger than most dudes, like me. We're large dudes. I'm 6'4", like I'm taller than most dudes.
We're in the B and T section. Section.
Right. I have a hesitancy when it comes towards breaking things because I have a tendency to overexert force
organically.
And I've never smashed a guitar, and so I'll be completely honest. I would be a little afraid of backlash and shrapnel and stuff by going too hard, right?
Yeah,
and so I get the hesitancy. No, now I know that they knew they were going to do this, and being professional athletes, I would have asked for a few guitars. I would have asked for a few practice runs. I would have wanted the first time I did something to not be in front of 100,000 people.
But I'll say this. Let me combat you with this. Like, when people get asked to do the first pitch, they practice on their own time.
I would.
If you're asking Joe Thomas and Donovan Mitchell, these guys are millionaires. They can afford a couple of $20 guitars.
That's what I'm saying. I would have. Yeah, that's what I would have done.
You got to take that. You got to. Yeah, I'm with you. We got to tag or somebody. Somebody get this to the Browns marketing team.
Give them a few dry runs. Come on.
Yeah, who doesn't want a nice? I mean, like, you got to get a little bit. That's why I like the Savannah Banana so much, is because I like that theatrical.
Yeah,
I like the fun stuff. Right?
Yeah, I agree, and it's early, but I'm pumped to have that kind of ritual. Also new this year, they're running out of the tunnel through the dog fence with the 2 big dogs. A lot of mixed reviews there. I'm fired up on that. I love the dog theme. I wish they would go with that hard. I wish they'd go hard with the dogs. Wish they would have put a dog at center field. The big silhouette dog maybe at center field would have been awesome. The dog pound thing from the 80s from the DBs is where it comes from. I forget their names because, I didn't prepare any of this, but I would have liked to see that.
They get LeBron James,
but instead, probably not. Instead, he's pretty active sometimes when the Browns are good, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's really a Cowboys guy.
Instead, we get Brownie the Elf at midfield. It's a fan vote, and I'm a fan, so I'm a ride or die by it. But I don't know. Like, Kirk Herbstreit came a little strong against it on the broadcast last night, and I wasn't that big of a fan of that. Like, it's you're like at the very least, you're
old Spiffy there. Like,
I'm not too sensitive. I'm not a fan of it.
Not sensitive. Protective.
I've got the proud elf. on.
Look at that. And I will say, I'm a big fan. All right, and I think I said this on the last episode.
Yeah, we talked to Stiffy the elf.
A lot of artwork. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that's what Kirk Herbstreit's saying, just in a different dialect. Yeah. Well, like I say, I got a lot of artwork. He says, "What is that?"
That's a quote.
But
Al Michaels came correct.
You guys look good. I feel bad for benching Amari Cooper so late. I read a stardom sit him. Hopefully it works out. If you want to know, I benched Garrett Wilson. We'll find him. All right.
It's exciting. That's the best part of all of this, right?
Yeah, it's a stressful time, man. I don't feel good about fantasy football ever, but I like what we got going on.
Yeah, I'm approaching things a little bit differently this year.
You're playing moneyballing?
Oh, they cut me off. So Sleeper finally verified my location, and they're like, "Yeah, this is illegal where you're at, so you can't do this anymore." So yeah, back to DraftKings for me. But
back to DraftKings for me.
Sponsor of the show. Check it out. Use promo code 2HC20 to receive 20% less than you paid for.
You got a nice matchup this week against Brownie the Stiff.
I saw that. Well, listen, Dylan, now that we're on the subject here about your name, I've resisted the urge to comment several times. I know what you're doing there. And I know you got a kid. Kid. I know you've read this book.
I think it's plural.
I know you've read this book, and so I just got to let you know, don't tickle the bear. You might make him growl.
Don't tickle the bear. Oh, it's so great. I love that. I love it.
I love the name and the commitment with the team mascot. I love it. Oh, I love it. He doesn't know this, but I gave him a standing ovation in my garage. When I saw it, I slow clapped him.
Yeah.
And I was like, you motherfucker.
Did you wear mitts, dude, like the dude from Rudy? You know that slow clap?
Yeah, classic.
Did you put on gloves?
Yeah.
You just slow clap in the cold? No.
I gave it my best slow clap because of the amount of respect I had for the tees. Love it.
Can we really
plus FaceTime for my Browns. My Browns are doing things. They're looking good for the right reasons, right? We're not winning because we got Money Manziel or some silly things. We're winning because we have a really good offensive line and a really good defensive line.
And you didn't lose that game because Nick Chubb ran the damn ball into the end zone. All right? So whatever little sports analyst would be like, if he would have just yielded at the 3,
silly.
That means that dude that week in his own fantasy football league played Nick Chubb and was like, damn, I didn't need those 6 points played against me. So let me thrash him with my negative opinion in the news. Like, Nick Chubb, your defense blew it. All right, they got on the knees, they blew it. The special teams blew
it. You're exactly right.
Like 15 plays to stop that game, and you blew it. All right, Nick Chubb didn't lose that game.
Nope. Nobody's a goddamn professional, and just a gentleman.
What they want,
and a homie of homies, and handled it like a professional, and said, "Yeah, I probably should have taken a knee and done everything I could have done." Just like Jocko Willink would have said, he took extreme ownership in his piece of the mission. And God damn it, I respect Nick Chubb, and I wear his jersey on game day, and I'm proud. I'm proud that he's our running back. And I think, I don't know this for sure, but I think when Jim Brown watches the Browns play, he has the same thought. I think he's proud of that guy. There's nothing extra with Nick Chubb except for work, extra work. That's it. There's nothing extra on his arms. There's nothing extra on his shoes, on his quads, you know, maybe a little bit extra there because he's strong. I like that a lot. There's nothing extra after he scores.
No.
There's nothing extra after he doesn't get a long run. There's nothing extra after he gets a long run.
I wish he wouldn't have apologized. I wish he would have said, you know what, Cleveland? Once I get 10 touchdowns, I get $3 million. All right? And guess what? I'm going to rack this shit up. You know how bonuses work?
He's aware of those bonuses for sure.
By kneeling at the 1, bitches. All right? That's not how bonuses work. That's what I wish
this is true.
Got to the podium and said. That's why you got that great clip a couple years ago, maybe, with Ron being like, Tom, I need 4 more catches. And Tom's like, all right, I got you. And boom, makes $1 million. And you're like,
that was awesome, though.
That shit happens. Like, people
the announcers
about it in the movie, Any Given Sunday, right?
Yeah.
I think it's Lawrence Taylor actually playing a guy who shouldn't be playing football anymore. But he needs 1 more sack to lock a bonus. These guys need that money, son.
Speaking of Nick Chubb, I got 2 more things to say before our second beer.
Okay.
When asked about Jacoby Brissett, his response, he's a dog. and I loved that. Right? And then, did you see Jacoby Brissett at the podium after the game? Did you see the shirt he was wearing? I haven't heard anybody talking about this, but I stood up when I saw it. I was so excited. Oh, dude! It said it was in the style of the old NBA Jam video game, but it said NFL Jam, and on the left it had Joel Bitonio, and on the right it had Wyatt Teller, left and right guards, on his T-shirt. That's cool. Mad respect for the quarterback repping that at the podium.
Listen.
Repping his guards on a T-shirt. Like, that's dope. That homie, Jacoby's earned it, dude. 3 games in. I'm down with 7, man. I'm down.
I think Cleveland's sitting here going, shit.
I don't know, man.
Look, all I know
I didn't want to go down this rabbit hole. He's going to create a
quarterback controversy. He's going to create a quarterback controversy.
He might.
Not for a record, right? Like, you might be like, I don't know how many games. Like, I mean, it was a strategic.
Jacoby's going to earn. He's going to win the locker room. He's going to win the locker room, and Deshaun's going to come back.
He's going to
have to win it out of a guy. Yeah,
Shane
you're right.
Falco.
You're right.
You're right. Jacoby Brissett is the Keanu Reeves.
Well, look,
the NFL.
You're right, and I'm down with 7, and I think he's already won a lot of that locker room. And he put some zip on the ball, and he's playing really good football.
Bro,
but I think,
solid dude.
But look, I think that Deshaun gives you all of that, and just a little bit more. Like, there's a few times where I'm like, ooh, Jacoby, there was a hole there. You could have just whoop and then gone for 80 yards. And that's what Deshaun will do.
Yeah, but right? We all no. I disagree. Deshaun, listen.
That's what they think Deshaun will do.
He's not going to do anything.
All right.
The only thing he's going to do different is extend play.
Yeah, exactly. That's essentially what I'm alluding to, is that ability to make something out of nothing. That's what he's going to give you outside of what Jacoby Brissett is giving you now. That's it. But I like Jacoby Brissett more because he's smarter. He doesn't take risks. He doesn't throw bad throws. He doesn't make dumb mistakes.
Pocket quarterback.
I'm down with 7.
He's a quarterback that is good and was drafted by Bill Belichick. Just like Jimmy Garoppolo is a quarterback that is good and was drafted by Bill Belichick. Who's that other one? That was drafted by him? Who's the other one? What's his name?
Bomb Trady.
Damn, he seems pretty good.
And this kid they have too, Jack Moans.
Maybe
not.
Jack Moans. Yeah, that's not a good one.
Yeah, maybe not.
I got that old school right here.
I see it. It looks good in red.
Hey, we got Baltimore.
Looks good in red.
We're on to Baltimore. We got Baltimore home opener this weekend.
All Mac Jones has to do is throw 6 touchdowns to win. So,
I think this is gonna. I think you know what. I think Matt Patricia just really doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. All right, and I'm gonna just continue to say this for like 18 weeks. Even if we go out and we put up one of them freaking dope performances, like we're Alabama playing Citadel, right? Like we're just balling out. Like, even if we put on one of those performances, I'm going to just be like, well, that other team sucks. Matt Patricia still doesn't know what he's doing. All right? So that's how I feel about the situation right now. But all I know is, hey, you want to go trade picks? And you want to get Devontae Parker? Use Devontae Parker. Use your athletes. What are you doing? Why does every team use their athletes except for the New England Patriots? I don't understand. It's not for me. I don't make that kind of money. I don't make those decisions. All I'm telling you is if I could make one decision, I would just find somebody in the Sean McVay or Kyle Shanahan coaching tree and hire them, because clearly they seem to know how to run fucking offenses. Tua, how many touchdowns did Tua have? How many?
6.
Who's his offensive coordinator / head coach?
Mike McDaniel.
Right? Where did Mike McDaniel come from?
Kyle Shanahan tree.
Oh,
Sean McVay tree.
Who just won? Who just won the Super Bowl?
The Rams. Sean McVay.
Yeah. Who was he hanging out with too?
Matthew Pafford.
Just like ridiculous, man. Get these offensive brains, man. Right? What do they also have? What's that guy's name in Green Bay? LaFleur.
Yeah, Matthew LaFleur.
He's a homie of those guys too. He's in that homie crew.
It's true.
I'm saying, you gotta do something.
I love what you're saying, and this next beer goes out to what you're saying. From Utah OG, the Ogden Brewing Company, I give you Son of a Peach. Son of a peach. I got a peach hef here that I'm gonna sauce it up with here next. It's an ale with peaches. So I'm fired up about that. That's my offensive mind making moves right here.
You know what, Ken? You're right. And I'm gonna fuck around with this little special. I was at the grocery store, aka Trader Joe's. Just bantering back and forth with the guy at the cash register. You know, he's like,
Tater toes.
Got any plans? I'm like, oh, I got to hit the other store because y'all don't really sling beers here that I'm looking for, which was a Pilsner. So he hits me with you haven't had the Trader Joe's Simpler Times? And I said, what? Y'all have beer like that? 12-pack for $9 hairs. Went with it. Simpler Times by Trader Joe's Lager.
I like it.
Yeah, I had to explore.
That's pretty solid, dude. That's pretty solid. Was it $9.99 or was it a $9 flat deal?
It was like $9.30 cents. And like we don't have sales tax here in the great state of Oregon, so it was spot on.
That's $1.28 a beer, dude. That's pretty good.
For a 12-pack,
man.
That's less than $1.28.
Oh, I did the math, bro.
$9 divided
12
by
beers
12.
divided by $9.30 cents. I went with 37.
How is that doesn't make sense?
What do you mean?
If it's $9 and 12 beers, there's no way it's $1 a beer. That's $12.
You're right. I did that backwards. You're right. I'm going to start with 12 beers, and then I'm going to divide it by $9.30 cents. Nope, that's what I did the first time.
Yeah,
I'm going to start with $9.37, and I'm going to divide it by 12, and then I'm going to get you 78 cents a beer. Come do business with Ken.
Come do business. Bro, I'm sitting there like,
and then go to English school at Traces.
No, we teach all sorts of dialects in the school of Traces.
We take linguists,
linguistics,
and tactics and skills and techniques of speaking.
Right. We definitely
know
how to do
math.
At least know how to do math.
All I'm saying is, by my math, I'm making more than I should off those beers. So I just added my margin on top, brah.
Just trying to cover shipping costs.
Shipping's no joke these days, man. I don't know how Amazon's doing it.
Bro,
they still deliver things. They still deliver things overnight to me. And sometimes I'm like, nah, you ain't got to do that. And they're like, it's cool. We already out there anyways. Here's your stuff.
Like, bro, they're crazy right now. They're crazy. They're everywhere,
How is this sustainable? Do you think Bezos is going to buy the Suns?
Yo, I was making a joke to Deborah, and I was like, hey, wouldn't it be funny? Because you remember basketball? You ever seen basketball, right?
Love basketball.
And
Matt Stone, Trey Stone. Parker right? Stone, Matt Parker Stone.
They like make jokes, right? And they make like the New Orleans Jazz moved to Utah.
But they don't allow music.
No jazz music.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, I was like, man, wouldn't it be funny if Bezos took Phoenix Suns and moved them to Seattle where there is no sun?
Oh yeah, the Seattle Suns.
The Seattle Sun. And like, I was like, man, wouldn't it be just a great?
That would be
Ironically
fun.
enough,
Oh,
yeah. I
you'd
mean,
have to rename it the Supersonics. You got to bring the Supersonics back, right? Got
yeah,
to
I
bring the
think so. I
Supersonics
mean,
back. But they got to
I
just
mean,
like
the
franchise
NBA's
that.
the
They
NBA's
should
talked
just
about
give that to
adding
Bezos
teams,
and Seattle.
right?
That's what I'm saying. Add the Seattle Supersonics, and
And
then
then
where's the other
then you,
team?
oh, Vegas. Vegas is the
Yeah,
market. I
100%.
mean,
They just won
it's
a WNBA championship.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
the
the
Aces.
Aces. Yeah,
Yeah, like Becky Hammond. Shout out to Becky Hammond. Straight up first
shout
year
out.
coach, right? From the Tom Popovich tree. Just saying.
Greg Popovich.
Yeah, that's right. Greg Popovich.
Yeah.
We're just blending all sorts of names today. We can't do math. We can't remember names. Welcome to this episode of the Two Homies Chatting podcast with your
Oh,
host, Trace and Ken.
I'm Trace and that's Ken. Oh, I mean, I'm Ken and that's Trace.
Wait, what's my name?
Trace.
That's not
You're
my name.
Trace.
My name is Trace. Your name is Kenny. My name is.
Do you like this old? Do you like this old Cleveland Browns Municipal Stadium T-shirt? Old
I will
Muni,
say,
bro.
your
They said that
Browns
the
game is
tailgates,
unreal.
What my fan game? It's pretty sharp. It's pretty sharp.
It's grown a lot, and it's really impressive. And
Thank you. I think.
it's like, you know, it's always nice when you have a plethora, right? You know, a nice, good like local, something that's kind of a local shout out. Then you got like players, you got local players too. It's funny because I heard
I rock my
Al Michaels.
talkie all the time.
Bro, I was just about to say I heard Al Michaels go, and there's a tackle by Taki, and I laughed
Taki.
because the way you said it was just like how you said it. And then, you know, you got the fresh Cade York. Like, you hitting spot on, right? Now, do you have a nice, you know, Baker Mayfield? Yeah, but we all got stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I got a
the
Rajon
Miles.
Rondo jersey. And
Nice.
he's played for 19 different basketball teams.
Nice. I got a Rodney Hood Jazz jersey like that. That's like, it's a dope jersey, but yeah.
Yeah, you know, like I don't even know if Rodney Hood's in the league anymore.
I am pumped on a lot of my jersey selections recently. Like I got an Njoku jersey still around, re-signed a big deal. I got the Myles Garrett, re-signed a big deal. Got my Nick Chubb. He ain't going anywhere.
No.
Come on now.
No.
So
that guy is all Cleveland.
I'm feeling good about Cade York. He's got to make those extra points, though. That made every Brown fan in the world nervous because last time we missed an extra point, and that kind of sent some things down that way. And there's been several times recently. But yeah.
No, I think you guys.
I'm waiting for my Cleveland Browns history book. I'm fired up on that. That's something I found on the internet.
On the Amazon?
I didn't yeah, thanks, Bezos. But I didn't know it existed, and I'm fired up because, I mean, the internet, speaking of, is pretty cool. But a lot of times, if you're trying to get information, there's too much, right? And this book is pretty recent, updated a few times, so I'm fired up to get some book information on my brownies. Maybe I'll bring some of this literary knowledge, minus the math, obviously, to the show. I'm curious to learn a little bit more about Brownie the elf, and I mean that's an original mascot, if you will, of the 1946 Cleveland Browns. So it's like,
I can tell you that Brownie the Stiff is 0-2 right now in the 8th spot. Wow. That's right above Team Two Line Ken at the 9th spot right now.
Yeah.
In a Two Homies Chatting League.
So I'm playing to jump that. Like I've not.
Real quick though.
You said 0-2. You said 0-2, right?
Yeah.
That's me, right? I 0-2.
Yeah, you always
Yeah,
you on that nice seat. You nueve, dog. You nueve. Right before
yeah.
DS. Like right
Oh
before.
man,
Let's see.
that's
Let's see. Right
great.
before Wolf Dogs.
That's just because I scored a few more points to him. But let's just be honest, homie. We all 0-2, and same with you, Stiffy. You're
Nah,
0
I mean
2 as well,
I'm fine.
hater.
I'm at the 2 seed. I'm under Hustle and Trust, which is a
Yeah,
nice
fresh
uh
name.
Baltimore Ravens / Jack White in the dead weather type of combo. And then two Mahomes chatting in the 3 spot.
That's
Uh,
good. That's clever.
but I have some concerns about number 5, right? Pity the Grady. All right, Grady Boo. All right, listen
Love
up.
the name. I love the
I
name. I'm a
I
fan.
want to know how much time do you have on your hands to nickname everybody on your team? That's
Dylan
either
came
a
right back
long
and did
poop.
it too.
What are they doing? What
I
are we
love it.
doing?
Thank you. I want to just chime in, not to be counter guy. I'm not trying to be counter what you're saying
No,
here.
it's fine.
I loved it. I went through and I read every single nickname
Oh,
on
I
both
did
of
too.
them. I
I had that
loved it.
time.
I don't have
It's
the
not
time to
like
do it either, but I
I
loved
I
I
I can't.
engulfed myself in it. It's great.
Wow.
It is
I'm still
good.
trying to work on a team name. Speaking of,
But
is it is it
do you
say
think you
them?
could
What is that team name? What is it say? Is it say them? See them?
I'll have to ask James. I don't know.
What is it?
I don't know. I'm sure it's got something. He's very clever with his names. I played another league with him, and I could tell you that team name for reference, for resume reference. Um, Stellars suck. Hold my duck.
Fellers? Uh,
Shout out,
hold,
homie James.
hold,
That's I'm gonna call him. That's my brother-in-law, bro. That's he's the homie. I'll get some information on that and come on episode
sounds,
67 with an explanation there. We'll
yeah,
go
I
offline.
need that.
I'm not gonna hit him up. He lives with my sister. She
He
doesn't.
lives.
We're good. We're cool, but I don't need to be calling. They got kids and stuff. I don't
They
need to be
got
calling
kids.
there.
Yeah, you don't need to be hitting
It's
them up at what
10:30,
time is it?
man. 10:30.
10:30
I
on
don't
a
need to be calling.
Friday, bro.
I
You're
don't.
just probably watching. You can't.
Maybe probably rings. Probably uh, creation of the rings. What's it called? I haven't started it yet, but I'm fired up.
What
Amazon,
was
Bezos,
called shout out to
Bezos and his
Bezos.
rings, man. Space rings.
Bezos controlling it. Yo, gotta link up the stream though, dude. You can't have audio in the mouth not on par, bro. Like, what's up with the streaming service? Shout out to the
Oh, I got a fix for you, by the way. When that
what you
happens on the
do?
Prime, pause
Yeah,
it. Pause it for like 5 seconds and then press play and it'll fix. It's just a sync issue. It's fine.
really. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it was
fine.
kind
It
of
happened to
bugging
me
me.
too. It drove me crazy for a second, but just hit that pause.
Yeah, because then I'm
If
seeing
it
like
doesn't
the
fix it,
whistle.
you
I
have to
hear the
reconnect.
whistle blow,
No,
and then
yeah.
it's like dead ball, and they're like throwing the football down on the ground. I'm like, what's going on? What am I
Well,
watching?
when Jacoby got sacked, I heard the crunch way after the sack, and it was crazy. It tripped me out too. I didn't like it.
Yeah,
No, I heard
yeah.
the crunch, and I was like, "Oh shit, he's gonna get sacked," and then he got sacked. No, vice
But the
versa. He got
streaming
sacked, and then I
services
heard
are
the crunch.
struggling right now.
My
They're
memory is
struggling
struggling. My memory is struggling lately.
because it's Friday night and you're
And it's
feeling
time for
right.
beer 3.
Number
You got a
3.
third beer?
Yeah, I got a third one. You got a
Are
third
you
one?
ready? Of course I do, bro. What is it? You think this is my first episode? This is episode 66.
That's
Do
crazy.
do that math. What's 66 times 4? I can't do math, obviously. That's pretty simple math. I
66
got that.
times 4.
264 beers together, bruh.
Man, that's a lot.
It's a lot of beers.
A lot. It made my tummy grumble. Could you imagine doing all that in one episode? You know what? It would be crazy is if somebody like stream themselves listening to all of our episodes in a row. Like just like 66, probably more like 80 some hours of episode.
Why would anybody do that to themselves?
Raise money for child blindness or something.
Is that kind of like a hunger strike? It's more like sitting in the middle of the street before they bulldoze it or something.
Like, you gotta stay up the whole
time. Here's my proposition. We go for the Guinness record for homies on a Zoom having a beer together, and we go for
how many homies can we get on one Zoom?
100.
We can get 100 homies in a Zoom?
Yeah.
What's the Guinness Book of World Record for most homies in one Zoom? Having a beer.
I don't know. I don't know if it's ever been set. We would probably set that bar. All I'm saying is, here's the kicker. Here's what we're gonna do. First of all,
people right now.
No. Do you think we have 100 listeners?
100%. Here's up.
So here's the thing. We're gonna create a newsletter, and we're gonna create an email list on a website. And you're going to go to this website, and you're going to sign up for our newsletter, which will probably come out like quarterly. That's all I'm going to commit to.
Yeah,
once
like
every 3 months. Once every 3. But here's the real kicker:
every 5 years at least.
Join the newsletter fan club list. You're going to get this invite to join us for a beer. And we're going to give you a minute or two to intro your beer, just like we do. And we're going to set a record. And let's see, how many minutes is that? You get 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's a lot of beer. Hopefully
that's an hour. That's an hour. That's 50 minutes. So that's going to be an episode we do with as many homies as we can get on a Zoom and try to set this record.
At one time. Man, we better have that bandwidth, dog. You know what I'm saying? We need to upgrade our internet.
I'm pretty sure it's Zoom. Pretty sure it's Zoom that needs to worry. Like, my local area network is strong. Zoom servers better be ready, but they wouldn't give away licenses if they couldn't handle it, and they're fine. They'll be fine. It'll be fine. I've been on pretty large 100+ people conference calls before.
100+ people?
Sometimes, yeah.
What do those 100+ people need to be doing?
The biggest setting that I can remember is like trainings. A lot of product trainings that people, and it's mostly cameras off, people joining in. It's not like so that might be the big issue that comes into play.
Cameras on. How do we record? Yeah, you're right. Hey, hit us all up.
Join the network, the homie.
Join the network.
But
homie web.
I got a fancy one for you. Where does this come from? Where does this come from? Where did I get this? Pipeworks Brewing Co. gives me a double IPA that I'm kind of pumped for. Brewed and canned in Chicago, Illinois. I bring you Ninja versus Unicorn.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Ninja versus Unicorn double IPA. Ooh.
Ooh.
That's hoppy.
Yeah.
That's got like twice the hops of a normal IPA.
Would you say it's like double an IPA?
I would say double, yeah. I would say double.
What would that be? 2 divided by double?
3, for sure. No doubt. Final answer.
1 + 1 is 10.
10. Third beer. What you got?
Oh, me right here. I'm gonna rock this out of Eugene. The Nikasi. I've been drinking, and when I drink, my eyes don't work. Nikasi Brewing, Eugene, Oregon. Shout out. And I got the Megalodome Legendary IPA. The badass fucking shark.
That's a dinosaur. That's a prehistoric shark, the Megalodon. 65 million years ago, dominated the oceans. Shout out to the Megalodon and the Megalodon beer there out of Eugene. How did you pronounce it? Megalodon?
Well, it has an M.
Megalodon?
It's a legendary IPA, yeah. Megalodum. Maybe I'm saying it wrong.
Megalodon.
Megalodum.
Megalodon. Megalodon.
Saying this shit wrong or something. I don't know.
Maybe it's Megalamarodum.
Oh, EPA Jam. Used to be able to hoop. Straight up.
Straight up.
Yo, speaking of, real fast. Okay. We got to. I'm going to just touch on it real
Please.
Fast.
What do you think about it? Tell us.
Very proud of the Celtics organization, right? A tough decision.
Really proud.
Very tough decision. Very proactive instead of being reactive, right? They've been investigating this since July. I'm not sure, again, what the details are.
Sounds like they need a new investigator.
Sounds like
investigation,
right? Like sounds like there's a lot of things involved.
I don't know what's going on. So obviously we don't have a lot of answers. The only thing I heard on the sports talk radio today was that a lot of people don't know very much, but he was suspended for the entire season. Ime Udoka, head coach of the Boston Celtics. What did he do, bro? Why?
They say that he violated organizational rules by having a relationship with the female staff. Now,
it's consensual?
That's what they say, but then they also say that there was unwanted things that involved, and that's when the report happened. But
are they still involved, this Ime Udoka? And
I don't believe so. I don't know, but I think there's a lot more than that, and I believe that there's just a very vague statement to protect everybody involved. Even
yours seems pretty steep for just dating somebody that works within your organization.
But now, I don't know. I don't know how.
If there was some like aggressive things going on, then
sounds
he should
at
least
more.
Get 11 games, right?
At least 11. Yo, which is, by the way, like just so strategic to bounce back playing Houston. Houston, come on. Fuck
11 games, cool.
What a scummier guy. Name a scummier guy than Goodell.
Just need that early December storyline.
I think here's my viewpoint, right? Like it is a tough decision, okay? But all that happens right now is a cancer culture type of environment, right?
Oh, that's exactly what's going on.
So
you say proactive, but they were 100% reactive.
No,
nobody knows anything
because look, change the perception, right? So 100% proactive because say they sit on this, say something else happens, and this blows up, and they've been the Celtics, the organization has known about some of this stuff for this long. Now you're doing this whole thing with what's happening with the Phoenix Suns.
Sure,
right?
Sure. You're right. As soon as you know something, you should do something.
You're
right. You're right.
Like
you're right.
And it's also just the idea that like you know, like I disagree with somebody like Stephen A, who's like kind of trying to bring up that like people have been doing this stuff for years. Yeah, but they might have been doing this stuff for years, right?
But that's the problem, and that's what we're trying to fix.
Guard has to change. And,
yeah, exactly.
And you have to take a hard stance, and you took the most difficult thing, I think. Like it's not an easy thing. All this, you came out and said that this individual is not bigger than the organization. They violated organization policy. They violated policy. He wrote a contract that says, I will not have any sexual relation with any employee associated with
in the contract
organization. It's in his contract. So if that's what he signed and that's what he agreed to, and he violated that, he can't be upset. It's a business, and they got to protect their brand and their investment.
Will he miss out on salary?
Yes, there's going to be a financial penalty. penalty involved.
So a penalty and miss out on salary?
Yeah, like, so in my opinion, it's just the idea that like these are. I look at what could be happening, like what could have happened if they would have sat on this, if it would have imploded in a different way.
Sure.
Versus
you
being ahead of it and saying like all of a sudden, everybody all of a sudden like this is the proactive energy behind it. It's like you say, yeah, they knew about this in July and they're trying to figure it out, right? It's September. In reality, that's not a very long time.
No, you're right.
The other thing is too, it's like it just sparked. All of a sudden, we're like, what the fuck did Emi Udoka do? Right? Like yesterday afternoon, you're sitting there going like, what the fuck is going on? And then all of a sudden, you're like, well, he's suspended for a year. This guy just led a team to a final. Like this is an unheard of thing that we're experiencing.
It does
so
seem
it is a little weird.
It is.
But like,
it is. It's
my only.
It's cool. You're a Celtics guy, so it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool to hear you like on board and behind an organization who has some different people in the front office now making those kinds of decisions. So
yeah, like
it's cool. It's cool to hear. I like it. I'm on board.
Here's an alternative thought, right? Like, say it is consensual, right? Or that's the report that come up. Apparently, this is clearly something that warranted a year-long suspension. I don't think we have to look at it in the line of like, oh, it's like if it was easily consensual, if this was like,
if it's in the contract, like you mentioned, if it's in the contract, doesn't matter if it's consensual or not. I didn't know that kind of shit was in those contracts.
Well, like you got to abide by
you're right.
or organizational rules and policies, and if that's a policy implemented, right? Like, you know. You might have to disclose it. Maybe they didn't disclose it. Maybe it's multiple women. Maybe it's somebody's daughter that's a higher up. Maybe it's somebody's wife that's a higher up. Maybe it's somebody ended up getting pregnant out of it. Maybe it started a certain way, and then somebody's like, "We can't do this anymore. I'm married." Blah blah blah. Like, there's all sorts of web that could be tied to this. A lot of maybes. Right? Like,
do you think they bring him back after a year gone? Like, so much changes to an NBA team and franchise in a year. Like, why even keep him? Like, after a year, what is he going to do for a year and then come back and bring to your team? Like, I don't know. He's got to just be done, right?
I don't know. I don't know how it works.
I don't know how he comes back. You got this young guy who's the coach of their G League team, right?
Joe Mazzulla.
Yeah, by the way, guy now.
34 years old. 34 years old. Man.
How old are you, bro?
Play volleyball, they said. That's what they said. Oh, go coach volleyball, they said.
Huh, yeah.
Fucking ruin lives, bro. Now what am I doing? I'm fucking a digital Al Bundy.
Do you digitally put your hand in your pants when you sit on your digital couch?
Yeah, like when I'm like sitting in my chair, like, hey, yeah,
I do too.
Yeah. I mean, it's casual.
I'm almost 40. I'm closer to 40 than 30. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, what are we doing?
Sit on the couch and drink beer after I work at my job every day.
No, I pay for it. I want to sit on my couch and put my hands in my pants. Yeah.
I'm like an electric Al Bundy.
Yeah, we're all just a bunch of Al Bundys. We're all just a bunch of Al Bundys.
I just want to play cards with my buddies and watch the soccer match on the pitch.
Bro. On the pitch. Dude. Speaking of pitch, right?
Pitch it up.
I'm going to pitch this up to you, all right? And I kind of put this in the note, but I'm going to just throw this out.
Oh, I didn't open the note. You put stuff in the note?
I've been throwing stuff in the note regularly. Okay.
What's up with my notifications? iOS 16 can S my D.
Right? You got to get that up. Maybe we got to reshare it or something. But have you ever seen an account?
Ignore it.
Right? Like the social media accounts or anything like that. Like we have a brand, right? Two Homies Chatting brand. Yeah, we're like a brand, right? Like kind of, right? Yeah, sure, like a podcast.
Yeah.
our own thing, right?
Your
We have
mom's
some
favorite podcast.
dear moms. Shout out Mongolia. But like we have
Love your
listeners,
barbecue.
we have people that follow, right? So
Thanks,
like,
Mom.
you know, like I said, I love your barbecue. Oh shit. Uh, but one thing I noticed is like sometimes you like pop into an account, right? Like you're like, you getting on something, you're looking and like, damn, that's a lot of followers, you know.
Yeah.
And you look in
Yeah.
and you're like, none of these accounts are real. Like, why do you believe in the fake follower game, Vinny? Do you
Is
believe
it
in
real?
buying? Yeah, you can like buy followers for like a social media.
Hmm.
Makes it look like you're more popular.
Hmm. I
Like,
didn't know
oh,
that.
these
Why aren't we
twenty eight
doing that?
hundred
Why aren't we doing that?
because they're not homies, bro.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's not what
See,
we're about.
we grind it. Well, let me ask you something.
We're
You
about
want
the backlog, the catalog, the days in, the days out, the film
that's
study.
right.
We grinding. We out
We're
here just
grinding
grinding.
here.
We're not out
Two and a
here
half to
talking
5 pounds
about
a
having a
year.
good show. We're out here just making a good show. We don't talk
Straight
about it. We
up.
just make it. Like if you find it and you're one of the lucky two that listen to the show, congratulations. You got a great show to listen to, and the rest of them out there just listening to junk, popular fake
Listening
ass
to Joe
like junk.
Rogan.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Radio Lab is good. Shout out to CBD Daily. I love that show.
Yeah,
Shout out to my
you
boy
love it.
Zagura on the radio call with Jim Donovan too. I love it so much. I sync my TV up with the web stream of the radio, and I listen to Zagura and Jim Donovan and Kirk Herbstreit. I like Kirk Herbstreit, but I'm a
He's a
Zagura
college
guy.
guy.
So
He's a college guy. I heard him say something yesterday about like the Browns. He made a comment, and it was like, I've never seen a team just quit like that. And all I thought was like, bro, you've been watching college football for like 20 years. You've seen plenty of teams do shit. Like, what are you talking
yeah,
about?
yeah. I'm a Kirk Herbstreit guy. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Kirk Herbstreit. I like. He's definitely a college guy, but he's doing a great job. Like I'm not gonna lie. Even with his Brownie the Elf hate and his Cleveland comments, I'm a Kirk Herbstreit guy, Al Michaels guy too. But
Yeah, I like it. I like the Thursday night football crew. Well, Fitzmagic. Speaking
I
of
like Ryan.
can't act Fitzmagic. There's no Eli for sure. Eli's got that shit on
You
right now.
just
He's
like
better than
Ryan
Peyton.
Fitzpatrick. You just like him.
I like that
One
beard.
of the proof of that, it's a good beard. It's well oiled. It's a well oiled
Harvard beard. Well,
that's a
Harvard
Harvard beard
smart.
for sure.
The Harvard smart.
And you can tell that he's one of those guys because Sherman likes him, and you can tell that Richard Sherman likes him. And I don't know very many people. I couldn't like give you a list of 10 people Richard Sherman liked. I would assume his mom and dad, and then like Ryan Fitzpatrick, and then I'd have to like stretch for the other 7 on his list. So that says something. And I'm a Whitworth guy. I like him, clean guy. I like that.
Yeah,
Although he went into the dog pound pregame, and we didn't see him until like after the game, way late. All I'm saying is, I think the dog pound swallowed him. Former Cincinnati Bengal.
They didn't want none of that.
They liked him. I think they were showing him what's up.
Yeah, I mean he's all right. I thought I don't really like the Tony Gonzalez ad either. Like, what's this guy doing? Straight weak sauce. Jeez.
Yeah, I used to be a Tony Gonzalez guy, but and I still think he's good. Like he's refined.
Is
like
he still doing
TV.
Fox like he
yeah,
was?
I think so.
Because I know like Herbstreit still does like game day.
Yeah, he's flying to Tennessee or whatever. He was talking about it. Al Michaels likes to razz him a bit for working on a bunch of jobs because he does that because he flies because he's got to wake up tomorrow at like 5 a.m. probably to put makeup on and shit. Like
ridiculous.
It's crazy. I'm gonna be up though. Like I can't wait. Tomorrow, my Saturday, I'm gonna go get Starbucks probably. Egg bites. I'm into egg bites lately. I
Oh,
don't care.
sure.
I don't even care. Like I could probably make them myself better, but they do such a good job, and they so close to
What
everywhere
you
I
think about
always
like?
am. I'm gonna go
What
get
do you think
some
about like a
and
slice
then
of
watch College
pizza?
Game Day.
What about a slice of pizza, a hot dog, and a lemonade for like $3.49? What do you think about that?
Sounds like some Costco shit.
No, bro. Straight up.
I love that Pat's hat that you're wearing, by the way. I love it with the white robe. And that's the Patriot. That's Mr. Patrick.
No, this is the Wildwood Golf Course
I
Sasquatch.
did that. I did that on episode 52, didn't I?
Yeah,
I
you
love
did that
that
on
hat.
episode 52. Yeah, it's pretty
Can
sick.
you
I gotta
send me
rep the
one of those
look.
hats?
Of course, dude. I'll be. I got a little credit right now that I haven't used at the Wildwood Golf Course from winning the league.
Like 2250, like a size. Is it snapback? It's a snapback, right?
Yeah, it's like a banded. These
Ooh,
hats are
is that a
sick,
leather
dude.
strap?
Yeah, these hats are
Yeah,
sick.
yeah. I'll give you my address offline because I ain't dumb. I just can't do math.
Everybody knows where you live, Tim.
Where?
Right there in the metaverse.
That's right. Yo, let's have a fourth beer, and then I want to talk to you about MetaQuest.
What is MetaQuest?
That's the thing that you put on your face, and they have a football game, and I want to know if you're interested in trying it with me.
I mean, I could try it, but I don't want. I'm not gonna buy it.
What if I buy it for the show?
Like if you bought it for me.
Yeah, well, now we're getting a little further than I wanted to go, but we could do that if you want.
You know, once you say it once it gets on air and it's published, bro, it's contractual.
It's kind of like a pie to the face.
I'll take your ass to small claims court. All right.
How many times have you seen a Moab Brewery new beer? A new beer from Moab Brewery.
The last time was some beer that you had that was like solid or something.
That's pretty sweet. That's pretty solid. Yeah, that was the astronaut one, I think. I think I still have one of those laying around. I got another one from Moab. They got me a Pilsner.
Pilsner?
I know you've been on that Pils kick.
I have.
I've got the Imperial Pilsner. The Grand. It's called the Grand. I'm fired up about it. I've been sitting on that for a second. It's nice.
Ooh. I got another one out of Ninkasi, Eugene. The Tricerahop.
I've had one of those.
Yeah, a little double iPod to finish the night.
Ooh, that's twice as many hops, brah.
Oh,
I'm proud of you. You're doing that hat justice. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, man. I got this cloth out here now. Totally like.
I'm excited.
Combo.
You do. You look good. You said you donated 14 inches of hair as you sip into your Triceratops double IPA.
Let me give you some stat line
before we sunset off. Let's talk about your haircut.
14.5 inches. Okay. Looked at the weight of the package.
North of a foot.
Weight of the package was 0.375 pounds.
That's pretty weak.
I mean, that's a lot of hair. I mean, it's just
I would have weighed it down. I'd have thrown some shit in there to weigh it down just to brag more, but that's just me.
Like put a couple quarters in there.
It's kind of like taking some air out of a football.
Just fucking, or overinflating Rogers. Okay? Works both ways. I wasn't
sure if you caught that or if you would catch that in the edit.
Don't you ever disrespect me. Well, that bullshit, Goodell. You want to talk about a grimy human being.
It came up,
right?
It came up in a book I listened to recently, by the way. Shout out to Steve Mangus. I'll fact check that while I talk about it. It's called Do Hard Things. How we got the story of toughness wrong. and a lot of sports psychology in there. Highly recommended it to anybody interested in just thinking about hard things differently. I enjoyed it. Steve Magnus wrote it. Do Hard Things. He talks a lot about the Patriots and everything there. It's fun.
Like the scandals of the Patriots, or like
like
Deflategate.
There's a lot there with the psychology of greatness.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's a lot of great organizations, though. Not just the Patriots. Oh, well, that's just. Kenny, let me ask you something though, real quick, before we,
sunset
as
off.
As you said,
sunset off. Yeah,
we play golf. We play golf,
yeah, I love
right?
Golf. I love playing golf. I hate it lately, but
what are your thoughts on the t-shirt golfer? Are you a polo guy? Are you a t-shirt golfer? What do you? I know you're a 3/4 zip, right?
I'm a polo guy.
What are your thoughts?
I'm a polo guy. I'm gonna tell you my thoughts. I'm gonna tell you my thoughts. I don't have an issue with it. I feel like golf is a game invented and popularized by homies out with other homies, just trying to have a good time with their homies. And I think that's the spirit of golf, and it's become a lot of other things, which are all good in my opinion. So but like at the local links, we all just homies, just trying to play this game with our homies. And so if you out there with the Bluetooth speaker, cool. That's your game, man. Keep it down a little bit. Like, don't try to influence my game. Although I hear you playing Pusha T and you cool. I'm down with that. But
you not like the blue? Are you not a Bluetooth speaker kind of guy?
I'm a different. No, I'm a polo guy. I show up to the course, to the links. I get teased. Remember the homie Brett teased me once for looking like a golf pro or some shit. Like
yeah,
I show up. I show up to the course like I go to work, and I show up that way.
Pants. You're wearing pants.
I wear shorts.
Okay.
I wear shorts. I mean, but I wear my polo, and I button that shit up. I'm fresh. I'm clean. I'm showered. I'm brushed.
Long. Yeah,
I'm top button guy. I button my shit up.
I'm a top button guy. It's a good steez.
I see you. Look clean. Let's go with long.
Gotta look good, play good.
I'm look about good, that.
Shoot low rounds.
That being said, if you're a t-shirt guy, I'll play golf with you, and I'll follow you, or you can follow. I don't care. Don't matter. Like I don't hate on that.
If you're a t-shirt guy, I'll play golf with you.
I just say it like that's what it comes to. Like if we get paired, it's not like I'm like, fuck, this guy's in a t-shirt. Hell no. But I expect you not to be like, this guy's in a polo.
Look at this guy looking like Tiger Woods.
I show up to golf to try to play golf. A lot of times I just came from work, so or I just left work a little early. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just wearing what I wore to work. That's one of the best things about my job.
I'm with you.
A lot of times I show up to meetings and people are like, "You've been golfing today?" And I'm like, "Nah, man, it's just how I dress."
That's how I dress.
Clubs are in the truck, though. You trying to golf?
Are we playing 18? I'm ready. I stay ready.
Day. I stay ready. You don't have to get ready.
You don't have to get ready when you stay ready. All right? Clubs in the truck. Ready cleats in the truck.
Ready to go. I got a bag packed for just this occasion.
I already brought the cooler. I don't even
beers. I got beers. Arnold Palmer's. Push cart. What you into? I got seltzers. I'm ready to walk. Oh, you ride? I can ride. T-shirt? Oh, let me change.
What do you want to do? A T-shirt? Oh, I
can do it.
Yeah. Golf, man.
I'm flexible.
A hot minute. I need to play around. That's for sure. I need.
All of this being said, this Moab Pilsner is delicious, and I hate golf lately. I haven't even been tracking my rounds, and it's like one of those times where like
because you auto drafted, bro. because you auto drafted.
It all comes back to that day. I'm telling you,
it's
I was doing okay. I tried to do too many things at once for a few holes, and I got all wound up and
you got a little tense. You got a little tired. I can tell. I know my guy. I've known you many moons.
I did. There's two things I care about.
Sunset,
there's a couple of things, and there's a lot of really important things. And there's a few things that I like on the side, and it's fantasy football and golf. There's family. Family's number one. That's of course number one. But my little side things that I like to do. I want to win. It matters.
You want to win the golf match.
Way too much.
Way too much. Or Mikael.
So I've walked back my approach to both things lately. And on the fantasy football side, I said it. Forget it. I don't check it. I ain't watching. I don't check it till Tuesday. I adjusted on Wednesday, and I ain't even looked at it since. I don't care. And it's good for me. And golf is the same way. Clubs are in the truck, but I ain't thought about it in a minute.
Look at them. Look at you. Because it's the new clubs? Is it the new clubs?
No. It's just my mental game isn't there right now, dude.
That's not the new clubs?
Nah, they hit great. Yeah. I hit like every 3 shots is like the best shot I've ever hit up to that point. It's just the 2 in between are like the worst shots I ever hit in my life. And it's not the clubs. I promise you that. I can't blame the sticks.
Can't blame them.
I'm the one swinging them. It's just like a complete computer. It only does what you tell it to.
Yeah. Golf is hard.
Golf is hard. It's a 4-letter word, dude. I say it a lot.
It really is. It's a challenging sport. It's one of the hardest. I need to ramp up my play here.
It's hard when you first start playing golf. It's hard to figure it out to where you could play it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And once you get to that point, that's the hook. If you ever get the hook, you got it forever. You understand?
Yeah, you're like, shit, I can put an 80 together, or I can put an 85.
You can put the ball in places. You can whatever, take a drop now and then. You can take a mulligan now and again and have a great time.
Yeah.
But then there's a stage beyond that where you become like a good golfer. Like you have a handicap that's under 10. And then there's a stage beyond that where you're like the scratch golfer, right? But to make those steps in golf is one of the more challenging things that faces us as adult amateur athletes.
Yeah.
Pickleball is easy as fuck. I'll school you at pickleball. I ain't even never played the game. I promise you I'm good at that
You won't even come close. You can't smell this jock strap.
Dude, I promise you. I'll wipe you up and down. I'll do it in flip-flops. It's fine. But golf is hard, dude. Juice. Golf is hard. Golf is different. Golf is different, man.
It is. And man, after a good round, if you survive, you're built different. Just like if you survive this episode of Two Homies Chatting, you're built different. Okay.
Be better for it. Do hard things.
Do hard things. Listen to an episode of Two Homies
Chatting. No pain, no gain.
Oh, shit. This guy, man, a lot of beers tonight.
Listen to lately.
A lot of beers tonight. Hammered them back, Ken. Casual Friday.
You did good.
Proud of us. I'm proud of us.
You ordering tacos? I'm ordering tacos.
Where are you getting tacos from? Like Taco Bell?
I'm just gonna DoorDash that shit from Del Taco.
Oh, the Del.
Yeah.
Maybe I will.
You never know. Send you
but
some?
if I go Del
I bet you
Taco,
I can figure out how to send you some. Send me your address.
Bro, every time I go to Del Taco, I get that bacon double Del. Low key, their burgers are fire.
They good. Try the carne asada fries. Low key carne asada fries. Best in the business.
At the Del? Best in the business?
Do you like their fries? Do you like Del Taco's fries?
Yeah, I love their fries.
Do you like their steak on the carne asada tacos?
I mean, I like steak.
They good. Try them.
Yeah?
Try them.
They got queso, like liquid queso on them?
No, I'm sure you could add it. They have queso. It doesn't come stock. It comes with guac, though. It's fire.
Yeah, see, you got that's where
I just drench it in Scorcho, and it's so good.
I
With the
need
crinkle cuts.
queso.
With the crinkle cuts. Ain't nobody else putting them on crinkle cuts.
That's right. Crinkle cuts are fire. Right?
That's all I'm saying. For the
little side note, real quick too. Speaking of, when you're talking like, they got the crinkle cuts, like the waffle fry game at Chick-fil-A. Throw some seasoning on them bitches. All right, they just kind of come. But they just kind of bland. Like they need sauce, right? Like make your fries not need sauce. You need Wendy's fries. Them shits are fire right now. Wendy's
they stepped
fries,
up their game.
Fucking smack, right?
Stepped up their game.
Sometimes just bombs.
Well, they make commercials about it, so I think they're telling the people that like if your fries suck, you fired.
What you got to do is every time you got to be strategic about how you order your fries. All right, you always got to get you got to say it in your order.
Let's go.
You got to say it in your order, bro. You got to be like, yo, let me get some of them. Oh, let me get a large order of them fresh hot French fries y'all be selling. And you got to say it. You got to say fresh hot. Right?
I'm expecting fresh and hot.
I'll wait, right? People might think fast food needs to be 3 minutes, but let me tell you something. If under 10,
do 6 minutes,
that's fast.
If you can wait 6 minutes, you get the best burger of your life.
Yo, fries, fucking chicken sandwich, all that shiz, bro. You can get. That's the problem. People want to rush, and then they rush the people. When if all of us just took our time. Just a little bit. Add 2 to 3 minutes to your fast food restaurant line patient button. Bro, every time you get fast food, it'd be fucking slanging. Ooh!
It's good advice.
Yeah. I mean,
before we sunset.
At this right, it's moonrise. We're moonrising at this.
That's a way
sunset. We moonrising, bro.
That's maximum waning.
Well, just shout out to everybody that supports the podcast. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Shout out to children with hair loss. I just sent you a bunch of hair.
Got 14 inches coming your way.
Kenny, all you need is 8 inches to donate to the children with hair loss.
I ain't got the 8 inches you need.
Do it.
I don't got it. I don't have it. I don't have the 8 inches.
Because you know what you got to do, bro. No, you know what you got to do. You got to do what I did, which is you got to straighten your hair. Once you straighten your hair, bro, you got the 8 inches.
I don't think I do.
Because then they cut it. They cut it from the straighten, and then they give you a little rinse wash, and they do the cut from the wash. At least that's how they hooked me up. And I showed her a picture of Keanu Reeves, and this is what I got.
You did good. You got the Keanu.
I was like, yo, let me get the Shane Falco.
I'm afraid I'm going to come back with the Bradley Cooper.
Utah.
I'm afraid I'm going to come back.
You look good. That's a good look.
I don't know about that, man.
Get a little flow. Get a little Tommy Fleetwood under your hat, bro. Get a little.
About to shave.
Get a little quaff.
Shave it, and burn it.
Well, if you shave it off, just donate the whole thing. It's plenty of inches.
Can you do that?
I mean, I think so. Yeah, they just they'll just bun it all the way to the top of your hair, and then just cut it off.
Gangster.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you 8.5 inches. My last 8.5 inches. Everything I have.
Everything I got. I'm done. No more hair.
It's only 8.25. God damn it. Take my...
the Muffin Man?
He lives on Drury Lane.
And I hope everybody lives nice and safe this holiday weekend.
It's a holiday?
Yes, the first weekend of autumn, which is a holiday, which means it's crockpot season, Kenny. Crockpot season. Let's go get your chilies, get your stews, get your soup. It's going to be a little bursty outside. Get your flannel, get some boots, get your jeans.
It's crockpot season.
Hoodie season, bruh. Hoodie season.
Crock-pot.
Hoodie season.
No. It's crockpot season.
Crockpot season, bro.
I can't wait for crockpot season. Oh! Let's make some chili!
Crock-pot season.
I just got so
best.
excited. I just got the chills. I got goose pimples everywhere.
Season.
Time to grow my Ryan Fitzpatrick out. I'm gonna oil it up.
If anybody's got any good crock-pot recipes, shoot them to us at our Instagram account, Two Homies Chatting. That's probably a good way to contact us. Send us some crock-pot recipes. We kind of like that shit. You know, we'll post some of our favorite crock-pot recipes on our Instagram throughout the season.
We can get
ready
into the
for that homemade
Zuppa
Toscana coming your way. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fuck with the chili.
My wife makes that. Barbacoa. She makes a great Zuppa Toscana.
I love that shit. She put bacon in that too. BT
yeah.
She throw bacon up in that shit.
All of it. Fresh kale. Delicious.
God bless crockpot season. And just
setting up.
Shout out to the sponsors: Zencaster, Podbean, Kenny,
the homies.
Homies chatting. Thanks for listening.
Peace.